Test mic. Nope. Okay. So working on Twitch. Just wanna make sure. Give me a second. Just wanna make sure everything. Yeah. I'm not appearing on Funky. It should be there now. It should be there on YouTube now. Twitch is fine. I'm just not there on YouTube. Come on. It should be there now. Nope. Oh, never mind. Hey, alright. Hora chat. Hora. Hey, Raskor is back. Hey, I'm back. Yeah. How's everyone going? What am I saying? How's everyone doing, chat? You guys doing good? Doing well? I will assume the best that you are all doing well. Hope you guys are doing well. Hora YouTube, Hora Twitch. Hey, funky Twitch. Hope you guys are doing well. I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. Thank you. Doing well. I will be there won't be work today, so I can stream. Maybe I'll stream a little late. No, probably not. It depends. I feel like I will just stream as always now. How long? I mean, but we'll see. I don't think we'll change it though. Yeah. It's gonna be fine. Yeah, today what we're gonna do is we're just gonna continue. Continue playing and just progress in the main story. Then 2.7 new main story. Folie et Deraison. Still not sure if I'm pronouncing it right or not. But oh well, you know. Yeah, also sorry about the audio if it's too crunchy, I guess. But I can't do anything much about it. Because this is the best quality that I can provide to you, because other than that my laptop might explode. Yeah, thank you for the nice wish. Thank you. You guys doing good? That's good. Okay, I think we can start now. Yeah, let's continue. Last time 8 Burton, Soneto, and Recoleta are now, if I'm not mistaken, at least Burton, Recoleta, and Soneto are now in the jail. They're spending the night in the Komala prison. After what happened, who got shot? I forgot his name. What was it? Some guy. So the main guy, I forgot his name. What was it? The enlightened one or something? I don't remember. But yeah, got shot. And then someone was mad at him or something. It's like weird, a little weird. So yeah, let's continue. They're still in the prison. I guess you're sleeping, I'm assuming. Okay, chapter 9, right? Yeah, chapter 9, part 9, the central tower, the silent and merciless order of ideals. Let's get it. Let's go. Oh.
Easy. It's me, Garcia. We met at the gallery earlier.
What's that? So what's the sparkles for? Alright, Garcia and Octavia, I think. Let me check the audio actually. Now that I think about it. Octavia. Audio is fine. So what's this? Yeah, audio is fine. That's good. Alright, let's continue.
Please, I come in peace.
But Recoleta pays no mind to the young man's explanation. Her focus falls on the woman beside him. Octavia?
It's you, Octavia! The murderer herself!
What? Nah, I don't think so, honestly. The one that shot. I forgot his name again.
Please, calm yourself, Miss Recoleta. The jailer has already confirmed that she wasn't the one to fire at the idealist.
Yeah, the
The
idealist.
shot
Yeah,
came from somewhere else in the room.
yeah. I don't think. I don't think it's Octavia. I don't think so. One, it's too easy. Two, doesn't look like it's her. Recoleta bites her lip, giving up a little space to the intruders.
Miss Octavia, what brings you here at this hour?
True.
I come here out of goodwill. Believe me, I didn't want any bloodshed either. I understand you just arrived today. There's something you need to know about the inmates here.
They're all crazy. The visitor's expression is weary. Weary? I think it's weary and low.
We're outcasts, rejected by society and literature, and our privileges are limited within these walls. But before I started my own literature group, I struck a deal with the Panopticon authorities. If we cooperate and stay out of trouble, they'd leave us be. We could discuss literature freely and openly in Comala. Such a thing may seem trivial to you, but this is of immense importance to us.
I mean, if it's something that holds you guys sane enough to not go crazy, I guess. It is a prison at the end of the day. It can lead people to madness, after all. And they're all
There's
mentally
no
ill,
happier
right?
thing in this world than discussing literature. No one should ever put limits on it.
You're right, Recoleta. But we're prisoners here.
True.
There are certain rules we have to follow.
Yeah. And they kind of broke it, right? When, who was it? The person that was in charge in writing the prologue, right? He went mad somehow for some reason because he was chanting something. It was an interesting concept though. The fact that you can just suddenly recite enough that you accidentally recite an incantation. Pretty interesting, honestly. It's an interesting concept. I like it.
Except, the idealist didn't see it our way. He refused to compromise, believing that the long poem and his so-called ism could break us free from the cage of the ever-watchful eye.
So-called ism. Like, I'm guessing it's referring to like a mental illness of some sort.
Perhaps he was right. You might have achieved more if you'd listened to him. After all, visceral realism keeps us connected to who we are. You have to believe in the truth of visceral realism, because out there, beyond these walls, many of us still do.
And what has it changed? Garcia, you're the latest inmate here.
Oh, latest?
Tell us, 3 months ago, before they arrested you and took you here, what has the visceral realism movement accomplished out there?
Beside them, Garcia, who had been patiently leaning against the railing, produces a metallic vibration on its grates. Like the bars, a rough paper roll burns between his lips like a cigarette.
At first, it was revolutionary. Young poets joined in droves. We held gatherings. And the literary world seemed alive again. I was just a kid when the leading poets left the city. Everyone thought it was only temporary. But it didn't come back. And nothing has happened since. No one says it. But we all know. Visceral realism died in 1977.
I honestly forgot what year this is taking place. But interesting. Okay.
No, not for me.
Yeah. Hope.
It's not dead as long as people still believe in it. I believe in it.
Octavia ignores the childish remark. She knows that conviction can be as fragile as a spider's web.
Belief, faith, what is this obsession with the true self? Why does your type always insist on there being a true self hiding beneath our roles in society? Our disciplines?
Look at the idealist. He never once stopped fighting for what he believed in, even long after he was put behind these bars.
So one is trying to grasp something that seems impossible. We don't know if it's possible or not yet. The other simply just stop believing. Can see it.
Idealist, what a name he gave himself. Who will he be when he finally breaks free from the eyes of the central tower? When he's left without his willful audience? And nobody. That's what. And that is a truth even he is terrified of.
Miss Octavia, I hope you've come with something more important to share than just some criticism of the idealist.
Is it just me, or Verton kind of sounds a little nasally? Like she has a cold or something? Probably just me.
You're right. I have an important message for you. Dr. Torres. I heard you were looking for her. The woman from the Sao Paulo Veterans Residence. She used to write under the name Erd, didn't she?
Yes, that's right. Do you know her? You're the first person I've met here to speak plainly about her. Do you know where she might be?
We crossed paths, but only briefly. I'm not sure where she's gone. Maybe the authorities know. However, she left this with me. I think you'll need it more than I do.
They did ask the jailer, but the jailer said that person didn't even exist in the... At least the jailer said that she never heard the name Erd or both Erd or Doris. It's interesting. So it's probably that it's either the jailer was not informed, or she was simply like hiding the fact, a fact only, like a fact. Octavia has over her personal folder. Before they might open it, she has already turned to leave.
We have other matters to attend to. I'll leave you to your business. Garcia, shall we?
Their visitors leave in haste, their faces and expressions obscured by the night's shadow. The Foundation's investigators open the worn manuscript folder with caution. Could be a trap.
The physician told me the horrifying truth about the panopticon of Kamala and the power behind it. Manus Vindicta.
Oh, interesting. Oh, that's kind of interesting. Like, could they have been like the people that are going insane or like going mad? It's because of like an effect that Manus Vindicta like is a prison-wide spell or something. But that could also explain why people are going missing, or like at least like not missing, but like the prisoners that are sent to the, was it the butcher, right? I just remember the butcher, but like the butcher, was it the physician? But here it said that the physician is the one that said that the truth is that everything is being done by Manus Vindicta. Power behind it, Manus Vindicta. It's kind of interesting. The fact that Doris had the opportunity to talk to the physician so plainly, even. At least it seemed like so.
By becoming the Panopticon's sole patron, they seized control of the resources and the allocation system, turning this place into a living hell. I suspect that the physician, the current highest authority here, is responsible for this situation.
I mean, I would assume though. I would assume though. I would assume so too. Who is this physician though?
I discovered that the inmates were put through brutal training, even when they were too sick to carry out their tasks. They also forced pure-blood Arcanist inmates to wear their masks, effectively turning them into murmuring puppets.
Interesting.
Just as we suspected. Manus Vindictae is orchestrating everything. No wonder we didn't find them in the city. They've been hiding here all along.
No one would have thought to come looking for them here.
They snapped the folder shut. A familiar signature seen on the forward page of Atu magazine, and the receipt found in Sao Paulo's heartfelt home. Oh, heartfelt home. Interesting.
But why would Miss Octavia bring this to us? What's in it for her? Do you think she's trying to mislead us, Timekeeper?
Excuse me. Heartfelt home is the place that the succubus was working in. No, like living in, I guess. Interesting.
Maybe. But the handwriting in that notebook is most certainly Erd's. If she's leading us astray on purpose, why? Miss Recoleta, what do you think? Could she be Aleph?
I don't think so. I mean, why would she have another name, right? Doesn't make sense, right?
Not a chance. Haven't you seen how she denies everything beautiful in the world? Aleph would never be so biased. No. Aleph is like a mirror. He reflects both light and shadow. But Octavia, maybe she hasn't looked at the shadow within for a long time. I know that look on her face. It's the look of a writer.
I mean, aren't they all writers? Technically.
I've seen so many like her during my trip. The faces of a lost, struggling generation.
Oh, that's it. Nope. Oh, outside, under the night sky, Kamala prison stands like a forgotten gravestone covered by fine, cold snow. No, and just... So it's snowing outside now. Probably cold and silent. In a room repurposed from a prison cell, three girls in search of someone share an absurd, bizarre tale. Meanwhile, at the entrance of the central watchtower, a jaguar knocks on a secure door.
Dr. Merlin, I'm here to report on today's events.
A Merlin from the freaking what am I saying? Merlin from the books? Who's Merlin again? Isn't he the wizard? I forgot. No. Wasn't he the wizard? I don't remember actually.
Come in.
I swear Merlin is someone in the book. Is that Aleph? Control, central control. Waiting area. Frantic writing breaks the quiet of the room. The jailer's visit does not deter the man behind the desk. He continues writing wholly, absorbed, as if each letter were filling the world around him.
There was a commotion in the gallery today, sir. An inmate known as the Idealist was severely injured. The inmates nearby said he lost consciousness from blood loss.
Ooh. He didn't die then.
However, after we put everyone back in their cell, the Idealist was gone. I made a sweep of the grounds, but there was no trace of him. It's possible that he regained consciousness and went into hiding. I'll perform a full search tomorrow.
The jaguar finds herself quite unexpectedly concealing the truth about Pablo.
No need.
Sir?
Oh, that's the physician? Okay.
He knew the consequences of breaking the rules, did he not?
Sir, with all due respect, I think today's incident proved just how dangerous it is to let the inmates keep their weapons.
They just have their weapons? I didn't know that. I probably did, we just forgot, I guess.
We never should have let them walk around with deadly weapons. Even if we had to, we should have doubled the guards. We can't expect them to follow their own rules simply out of fear of the central tower.
Ooh, so he's gonna be mad. The physician interrupts her sharply, with a hint of concern.
Such matters fall beyond your purview, jailer. You only need to do what's required of your title. Is there anything else?
There is another thing. 2 guests from the Foundation came through today. They said they were looking for someone named Doris. They've shown a willingness to cooperate, though they were involved with the incident in Corridor 0.
The sound of writing continues. Her report is disregarded. The jailer takes a deep breath. The next part is difficult to say.
Sir, there is one more thing. I told Miss Octavia we're short on rations, and she's adjusted the inmates' portions accordingly, but that won't last long.
Yeah.
Manus Vindicti stopped providing supplies back in March, and Sino has collected all the prisoners they had previously placed in her custody. I just wonder why they have so suddenly withdrawn from Ushuaia and brought all the prisoners with them. I also noticed that we haven't received any orders from the government since Warden Tartuffe was transferred. In fact, we haven't had any communication with them at all.
It's almost like everything is crumbling down. Because Mana did it. Interesting.
Sir, in frank terms, we're facing down a serious shortage of medicine, food, and basic supplies. At this rate, the Panopticon will soon be unable to operate. Where will our inmates go then?
She's so selfish. She's not even thinking about herself. Like, are you even eating? I would assume so. The butcher, the physician, doesn't look good. He's giving. He doesn't need food. I just need to finish my 9 to 5. I don't know. The man before her says nothing for a long time. His pen is still flickering over the page.
Can we ask the Foundation for help? They've sent their people here. Maybe they're interested in the Panopticon? I could arrange a meeting if you like.
You're unusually talkative today.
Ooh. So she's not usually? The man finally stops writing and looks up.
Pardon, sir?
That's fascinating, you know. You've become so much more concerned about this place and its inmates than when you first started. You are now dictated by your title.
Ooh.
I didn't mean to overstep. I'm sorry.
You can go now. I have a great deal of work to do. Oh, and one more thing.
I still can't believe there's just literally an NPC that's literally Jaguar. That's also a jailer. My goodness. He beckons the jailer back before she leaves.
Make sure this month's Kamala Congress is held according to schedule.
Oh, there's glitch. Only on Kamala Congress?
Yes, sir.
I don't want to think too much. The Jaguar disappears beyond the door. Metallic footsteps fading into the distance. Only then does the physician allow his suppressed frustration to surface.
How many times have I warned you about this? The idealist has to go. He's nothing but trouble for us. You're too soft on him, Aleph. Look at the mess he has us in now.
Huh? She's talking to Aleph?
Calm down.
Oh, he's here.
He's a rabble-rousing thief, a self-destructive maniac, a snake in the grass. He even stole the tea of Kamala from me. He's nearly ruined everything we've worked for.
Did a weapon? Oh, the dice. The dye, what was it? Wait, it's dripping ichor or something of the sort. Is it an art? It was mentioned it was an artifact, but is it an artifact related to the Manus Vindictae? I wonder myself. The man angrily raises the once lost and now found dye. Let me check. Everything's fine, continue. In the dim room, it flickers with a comforting glow.
It's only a die, Merlin. It does nothing more than a die can do.
Why Merlin? Oh, so the physician's name is Merlin. I see.
You were there today. You saw what he did. He managed to change the panopticon with this die, even if only for a second.
You're not implying that the person that shot the idealist is himself, right?
He'll ruin my work, Aleph. He's a slave to his passion. His head is filled with impulsive thoughts. I don't trust him. We can't trust him. I've done everything you've asked.
Nope.
Now it's time to do your part.
Aleph responds with the indifference to the physician's frustration, continuing his writing without pause.
Time's ticking down. I can't afford any further mistakes. No one can be permitted to stop my experiment in the panopticon.
No. He's actually doing experiments on the prisoners. Still wonder what happened. I'm still considering the possibility that the people that the physician is experimenting on, or like people that are sent to the physician, all became Manus Vindictae goons, I guess. The enemies that you fight.
I'll prove it to them that we have found the path to the ultimate answer.
I don't know what that means. Kinda wonder what that means. Let's see. Reading time. Alright. On Xeno defectors. I wonder if the tower inside the prison has seen this. Read report. Contain now. Xeno defectors, based on the above information and recent intelligence from the Timekeeper squad. Oh. This is a foundation? I'm guessing so. It is confirmed that Xeno's defector unit had entered Kamala prison. Xeno's defector. Which held numerous arcanists and withdrew from Ushuaia on March 2nd. The operation clearly involved cooperation with Manus Vindictae. The current whereabouts of the defectors remains unclear, pending further intelligence from the Timekeeper squad. The information is fragmented and primarily inferential. For the full reasoning behind the operation and additional details, please refer to attachment 4 to 28. Who was writing though? The prison reform notes look the smallest of clues, the greatest of structures, built brick by brick. Check records. Prison reform notes. During the Third Kamala Congress, daily dose of diazepam was reduced from 2 to 3/4 tablets to none, replaced with 2 classified poetry collections, A1675 or 1675, I guess, and 60 chlorpromazine tablets to be taken 1.5 per day. Number 1, 2 days, 11 hours, 8 minutes, and 4 seconds later, an 8mm crack appeared on a bar of his cell, which is on the second floor near the staircase, and is the 8th cell from the left. He scraped off a 4x3mm fragment from the 32nd tile. So specific, so detailed. Just like not an autopsy, I guess, like one of those notes that investigators have whenever they go to like investigate stuff, I guess. I don't know. Number 2, mentions of the other me. The other me? Like a persona? No, not a persona. What was it? He mentioned something. Like what was it? The exhibition, right? It's called Alter Ego, yeah. The journey increased from 3 times in 48 hours to 25 times in 48 hours. 3 to 25 is kind of crazy. Who's mentioning it again? Whatever. Number 3, 4 days, 3 hours, 7 minutes, and 8 seconds later, he transitions from merely collecting manuscript paper to collecting manuscript paper and mirror fragments. Within the next 24 hours, he collected 11 mirrors, which totaled 103 shards. Where is he? Where is he getting the mirrors? The mirror shards? During the 6th Kamala Congress, supply fluoxetine and valproate was completely discontinued, replaced with 4 classified L6759 literary selections and 4 rolls of 400cm bandages. Number 1, average 32 bandages against bars and walls per hour. The bandages were all used up within 4 hours, 14 hours, 20 minutes. Within 4 days, 14 hours, 20 minutes, and 9 seconds, with 89.3 centimeters lost in the water due to excessive ripping. Number 2, wrote 15 pages of poetry over 10 days, 6 hours, 8 minutes, and 3 seconds. Tore up 14 of those pages and swallowed the remaining 1. He straight up ate a page? No, pages of poetry, so it's not even, he's not even the one that's writing it, just already poetry and he's just eating it. I mean, we don't, it is set wrote though. 14 of those pages to swallow the remaining 1. Interesting. Not sure who that is. The Ant Mill. The truth is, no one can truly bend fate. I mean, yeah. No, flip. I don't know what to substitute that word. Oh, getting another Recoleta.
La cabaña con el techo azul estaba silenciosa como siempre. En un sueño fugaz, la investigadora de paracausalidad descubrió la verdad detrás del dado de Babilonia.
Oh.
Examinó cuidadosamente los patrones ocultos, como un astuto astrólogo rastrea los movimientos de las estrellas. Lo que pueda parecer errores o accidentes no niega las verdades del destino. Por el contrario, afirman su existencia. Solo pregúntale al gran Heráclito. En un universo no observado, el dado de Babilonia gira perpetuamente, dictando el destino de todos en un tiempo que es tanto infinitamente largo como infinitamente corto. Mira, cerró los ojos. Respetaba la aleatoriedad de los números y el destino. Respetaba el juicio del dado. De lo contrario, se habría perdido sumisamente en los huecos del tiempo y bajaría para siempre como un fantasma en el olvido.
As a cousin of oblivion. Huh. It is all part of new enlightenment. In the solemn prison hall under the half light of the next door, the prisoners of Kamala gathered. I kind of wonder, so like those segments of Recoleta speaking, I wonder if that means that it's just her talking. I mean, yeah, it's just her talking, but kind of wonder what that means. Like, is that her writing the story that is and then it's going to happen, or like that's just the stuff that she already wrote, but we just saw in the story as in our perspective. Octavia steps onto the podium with a stern expression.
First, allow me to make one thing clear. I had absolutely nothing to do with what happened to the idealist yesterday. I swear it on my career as a writer.
Oh.
As you all know, the idealist and I are the representatives of the two factions of La Sociedad de Poetas de las Américas. As you also know, we have been at peace since the Let Sleeping Dogs Lie agreement was signed a few months ago.
Let sleeping dogs lie. What is it? Kinda wonder why.
Despite our differing views, we have coexisted to this day under the watchful gaze of the Central Tower. Rest assured that we will work tirelessly to locate the missing idealist.
Oh, he's still missing, huh? I'm assuming he was taken in by the physician, right? Like Merlin? He was taken, right? He was like straight up taken away. I think. I did remember the physician taking like the die of Babylon, was it? From the idealist? Like his body? Very punky.
Don't put so much pressure on yourself, Miss Octavia. His death wasn't your fault. After all, he was the one who threw the first verbal dagger.
Oh, there's a tab. Give me a sec. I'm gonna close it. Okay, continue. The murmurs cascading below reach the ears of the prisoners from another faction. Another faction? There's another faction?
Show some respect, you morons. The idealist is missing, not dead. I'm sure he'll show up in one piece before we know it.
Better face the hard truth now, Roberta. Though, I have to say, it won't be easy for you to find a no leader as mad as him.
A polite cough from the hostess pauses the heated debate.
Please, everyone, quiet down. According to the agreement, today's Congress should have been chaired by the idealist. Since he is still missing, I will be acting on his...
Pardon my lateness. Go ahead.
Jailer.
I'm ready to moderate.
In a familiar but unfamiliar, the regular patterns of events, the jailer leads her visitors to the entrance of the prison hall.
Miss
Burton? Yeah.
I looked over the incarceration and visitor records from the past 6 months. There was no mention of anyone named Doris.
Then it seems only the physician knows the whereabouts of Dr. Dorez. Miss Jailer, we need to meet with the physician. It's important.
Listen, you really shouldn't take the inmates' ramblings too seriously.
Considering the identity of the person before her, the jailer softens her tone.
But if it's as critical as you say, I'll make another request later. That said, I'm afraid the meeting won't happen for at least a few days.
Gotta be that busy then. I mean, he seems busy, writing something.
Understood.
For now, please join us for today's Congress.
Espectacular! Do you hold literary salons like this every day? This place is practically a writer's paradise. So, you're the host of the salon, Octavia? I say we set aside our differences and have a titillating literary discussion.
You've come at the right time. You may serve as witnesses for the Congress alongside the jailer, like a citizen's jury in a court.
Recoleta is so easily persuaded with literature.
Your suggestion aligns with the congressional rules. Very well.
Huh? Congress? Witnesses? Isn't this a salon? Which topic are we discussing? Literary theories? Schools? Principles? Languages? Oh, narrative perspectives?
None of those.
Huh. Octavia lowers her head, giving her questionnaire a long and deep look.
This Congress is about the randomness of fate, Miss Recoleta.
Randomness of fate?
Sounds interesting. As she sinks into confusion and bewilderment, the jailer's voice rises into a triumphant introduction.
Dear visitors from the Foundation, allow me to introduce the Kamala Congress. What happened yesterday was merely a brief anomaly. In the Panopticon, spontaneous order among the inmates is the norm, and the Kamala Congress serves as its truest reflection.
Spontaneous order?
Yes. Through the Congress, the inmates assign and distribute medication, communal duties, and rest periods. They are entirely self-regulated.
Huh. Self-maintaining. Self-planned. Interesting. Her tone is full with pride.
I hereby announce the commencement of the 7th Kamala Congress.
As the words fall, Octavia takes out a worn lottery box and a small trinket from her hand. The prisoners move in perfect order like a swarm of ants. Inside? How big is it? Oh no, never mind. There's a dice there. It's not that big.
A cardboard box and... is that a paper die? It has 20 sides.
A20... D20...
Huh?
We carefully examine hidden patterns, much like an astute astrologer tracks the movements of the stars.
Isn't this...
trying to determine something? With the randomness of fate. From somewhere in the audience, the girl unconsciously mumbles a revelation.
Isn't this just like the Die of Babylon?
No?
The MacGuffin that weaves through the entire plot? The infinite symbiote of fate? And the symbol that compresses time into a shriveled circle?
Circle being the die? I mean, it's not really a circle.
What may seem like errors or accidents doesn't negate the verities of destiny. On the contrary, they affirm its very existence. Just ask the great Heraclito.
Huh.
In an unobserved universe, the die spins in perpetuity.
Oh, just like what Recoleta said.
Dictating the fate of all in time that is both infinitely long and infinitely short?
Look, I've closed my eyes.
Whoa, what the hell?
I respect the randomness of numbers and destiny.
Is this an incantation?
I respect the die's judgment.
As the prisoners recite their announcement, the author's voice becomes more and more sluggish.
Otherwise, we will acquiesce and lose ourselves in the gaps of time and wander forever as ghosts in oblivion.
It has to be an incantation, right? A ritual.
I don't understand what's going on. Oh, but the irony that I probably have more idea what's going on than anyone here.
Because she wrote all of that?
Miss Recoleta, this is all in your novel, isn't it? I'm afraid so. The recitations, the references to an astrologer and Heraclito, they couldn't possibly be just a coincidence.
Yeah, too much. There's too much overlap.
Then, could it be? Will they look to the die to dictate their fate?
The girl's audible shout does not affect the proceedings on stage. The Congress continues.
I shall perform the first roll. Its result will determine the subsequent roll order for this Congress.
20. Yo, 20. The hostess tosses the 20-sided die into the cardboard box and begins. Nah!
The result is 5. This check complies with the
shaking
prerequisite conditions of the ruling of the die, and the standard roll order has been established.
What does 5 mean? Putting of the die.
Inmate Jose, please come forth.
Oh?
You are the first in the initiative order. Therefore, fate's judgment shall fall upon you before all else.
What's happening?
Me? Oh, okay.
The prisoner steps forward, taking the fragile box in his hand, shaking it to roll and the die of absurd fate inside. The die stops, and just like that, a simple number decides his fate. 17.
It's 17! Ah, what a wonderful number! 17! Like an oasis in an endless
What in the
desert.
world? Is that the same? Yeah, still Octavia's hand, right?
The result is 17, and the score combination 6 plus 4 plus 4 plus 3. According to the ruling of the die, he shall receive 60 risperidone tablets, 40 clozapine tablets, and 40 diazepam tablets. Additionally, he will assume the role of cultural manager of the Comala Congress.
That's actually, oh, imagine someone getting, oh, I'm assuming there's gonna be someone that's gonna get wed. I don't even wanna imagine what that means.
Before he takes office, inmate Jose must clean the first restroom for the next 7 days.
Yeah, not that bad, honestly.
Wonderful! I'll gladly clean the toilet. I've got the brooms here, the toilet detergent, oh, and the toilet brush too.
My guy's so stoked.
I have been waiting for this opportunity. As cultural manager, I will speak with every inmate and complete the Comala memoir, finally capturing the moments when literary sparks ignite and explode.
Is he go like walking away because the voice just got a little quieter as he was talking? It's probably just me, I don't know.
Next is inmate Eduardo. Please come forth.
I just realized they're eating tablets. The man in question is a nervous mess. His gaze flickers, his eyebrows fight for space on his forehead, and his teeth clash against each other in turmoil. Nervous much?
I can't remember the ruling of the die. I can't remember anything. Damn it.
Oh, Connor.
Sorry, Senora Octavia, but I don't think I can do this. I didn't get any medication in the last Congress. I've had multiple episodes. It's like my brain's jammed or something.
I don't know about you, but somehow I feel like he's gonna get like a low roll. He's just gonna get
It's
worse.
alright, inmate Eduardo. It's easy. You don't need to know the rules to roll the die. Give me your hand, I'll help you.
She reminds me of some like a character, but I forgot who. The prisoner follows suit, hand trembling as he shakes the box. The only thing he can do.
My sincerest apologies, inmate Eduardo. The die dictates that you must voluntarily descend into the sewers and write the thematic keyword that currently causes you the most anxiety on the walls.
What in the world? Just nightmare fuel? Like straight up nightmare fuel. For him specifically, my goodness.
Thank you very much, Miss Octavia.
What in the world?
I think my head's about to split in half. I need a moment to rest before I head down there.
I just realized he straight up didn't get food at all.
And fulfill my destiny.
It's crazy. Clutching his head, the prisoner leaves. His steps heavy, his hands empty, but his brow finally falling at ease. It's like he accepted it so easily, though.
Jailer, are you really letting them make every decision with the roll of a die? Eduardo is clearly in a much more dire condition than Jose. The medication should have been given to him.
Those are supposed to be medications? Not food? My goodness.
As I said, this is how the inmates of the Panopticon maintain order. The physician periodically provides medication, food, and other necessities, and the inmates distribute them in this spontaneous and efficient manner.
Efficient? Because he said it's efficient, I'm assuming it has been working. And seeing the reactions of how things just work, I'm going to assume it's going well for them.
Neither authority nor violence is involved in this process. This is what sets Kamala apart from all other custodial facilities.
It's like, what do you call it? Like a, not a demographic. I forgot the word, never mind.
Is that it? You abdicate all agency to the roll of a paper die and call it the randomness of fate? What kind of sick joke is this?
Please calm down, Recoleta. This is the method that the inmates have collectively decided to recognize. They're prepared to face the possible sacrifices that it brings. This isn't about you or me. It's not our place to interfere with a procedure that has been proven both pragmatic and effective. My duty is to assist the inmates in maintaining order through the methods that they have established. And yours is to witness their self-governance, not judge it.
The jailer takes a deep breath. Her words clearly meant to convince herself as much as anyone listening.
If everything somehow unfolds as it does in my novel, then every role is already predetermined.
Ooh. She did mention the roles, right? But the names aren't the same. Oh, it's kind of creepy.
Verton, do you remember the story I told you last night? The odds of both success and failure were consecutively multiplied.
I remember.
As soon as a character experiences a failure, they continue to suffer failures in an endless chain reaction.
Oh, so the guy has been going through so much and he still is. Like Jose? Oh, creepy. Was it Jose? Or was it Eduardo? Let me check. Just so I can sleep at night. Coletta, Octavia, Eduardo, yeah, it was Eduardo. Okay, continue.
None of Eduardo's future dice rolls will ever result in a number higher than 10.
Ooh, it's sad.
At this rate, this system, this sociedad, ruled by the dice of Babylon, is bound to collapse.
She looks around, realizing that her words, weighty as they seem to her, have garnered no attention.
Eduardo will never receive any medication.
Oh.
The moment he writes the keyword on the wall could very well be the moment he spells out his own death. No, I can't let this happen. I have to do something.
Recoleta rushes to the stage.
Wait, Miss Recoleta, what are you doing?
Oh no. She's gonna intervene. Danger herself. My goodness, Recoleta. Kinda wonder why this all happened though. Like it is, if it simply is just Recoleta's writing turning into reality.
Few soldiers would appreciate the idea of taking orders from an accursed die. A skilled commander would never rely on luck to make decisions.
Gamble of fate.
On the battlefield, the distance for every maneuver should be clear and precise, not two numbers with a D in the middle. unless you're looking to invite a mutiny. That said, if a die with such power were placed in a soldier's hand, I'm pretty sure they'd roll it and let it decide their destiny.
Luck won't always be on yours. Luck won't always be on your side.
Exactly. There's no good luck without bad luck. Just as a coin must have two sides, luck essentially defines one's entire life. And whether it's make or break, life or death, the die will keep on rolling. Of course, dice aren't the only tools used to play with fate. Coins, lotteries, even shells on the beach can all serve the same purpose. Thanks to the randomness of fate, a Babylonian may rise to be a proconsul one day and fall into slavery the next.
Ooh. Ooh, some tragedies could have been avoided.
Well, that's where historians come in.
What do you mean?
With a little creative editing of the history books, even the random rolls of a die can suddenly make sense.
Huh.
What were once avoidable tragedies are rebranded as reasonable incidents, or even desirable outcomes.
I mean, yeah, if you see it that way, it's like everything is it changes for like a change of perspective, I guess. At least the roll of a die is impartial.
You're starting to sound like a gambler. But even gamblers, after hitting a hot streak or a losing spell, start to convince themselves that they've figured out the grand pattern behind games of chance. It isn't just gamblers either. Witches tried to influence fate through rituals and charms. Ancient mathematicians calculated probabilities on paper. Some even wrote books on game theory.
Oh, game theory. Game theory.
Meanwhile, others suspected there were cheaters among them. I just hope these high rollers unite to confront the demon who holds the laws of the universe, the past, present, and future, in its claws, and give it a well done and a slap in the face.
We're talking in circles today.
Haven't I always? It's just that today, the die rolled a peculiar number. But all things considered, I prefer the other kind of commander. The die is cast. But regardless of what number has been rolled, it's time to cross the river.
Complete. Oh. Huh. Interesting. How many parts are there? Nah. It's probably more than 18, I'm assuming. Alright. One more. Have 2 more hours. Be fine. Treatments, it is. Treatments entry 303. The transformation of quantity into quality. Into quality is the greatest realization of the method of exhaustion. Check entry. I think I've read something about method of exhaustion before. Was it like the one that where basically? Nah, I'm not gonna press my brain. December 1st, numbers 704 to 733. Each person is uniformly allocated 1 dose of chlorpromazine and 1 dose of thalidomide. December 3rd, numbers 704 to 710. And then 712 to 730 and 732 to 733. Each person is uniformly allocated 3 doses of chlorpromazine and 3 doses of thalidomide. December 7th, numbers 706 to 704, so 708, and 712 to 717, and 722 to 730, and 732. Each person is uniformly allocated 6 doses of chlorpromazine and 11 doses of veronal. Kind of wonder if these things are even a thing. Not gonna lie. It's medication, right? I would assume so. For 11, soothsayer, word maker. Continue. Soothsayer, world maker. Como la person still inside. On the stage, Octavia remains the picture of serenity as she orchestrates the Congress. Let me check actually. Let me check. Oh, welcome to the stream. Playing reverse net. I almost a quick run kingdom. It's not. Reverse in the 9. New chapter. Mini story chapter. Chapter 9. No, episode 9. I'm currently on part 11, I think. My memory is not plus. Let's continue. Actually, the Congress.
Miss Recoleta, as a witness to the Congress, you have the right to express your doubts calmly.
Yeah. She straight up sprinted.
Listen, you...
She recalls the complaints of her 2 former companions, the jailer's dismissals, and the confused expressions of every editor she has ever faced. If she were to lay out every detail of her novel here and now, she will only get the same response.
No, it's nothing. It's just that I'd like to participate in the dice rolling ceremony.
Huh.
May I?
Oh, is she trying to experiment? Seeing if she... I'm assuming she is not a part of the... I don't remember if she ever mentioned that she has a character equivalent in her novel. If she does not, then I'm assuming she's trying to experiment, seeing...
Of course. The very fact that you're standing here in the Panopticon proves that you share a common fate with it.
Yeah, I kind of wonder what that means. Like, is she trying to see if she... like a random variable, unforeseen variable, I guess? Anomaly even. Recoleta serves the prisoners waiting to cast their die. Their expressions are serene, untroubled, calmly awaiting their fate. The joys and misfortunes of those before them do not affect the long, winding queue in the slightest. She takes a deep breath, so I'm assuming everyone in the Congress, I guess, or like in the prison, has to roll the die. I'm assuming all, including Octavia, unless she doesn't.
It doesn't matter when I roll the die, since the rolls are simply a reflection of the randomness of fate, right?
Precisely.
Then I'd like to perform my role after the 27th inmate. Is that alright?
Oh, so I'm assuming there were only 27 roles in her novel. So, the 28th, the one that is the anomaly, doesn't exist in the novel, and she's trying to see what happens then.
As you wish, Miss Recoleta.
Kind of want a fight? What the? What of new encounters? Yeah, that's random, but sure. Oh. Okay, so... I can't use pickles again. Oh well.
I have all the essentials for writing poetry. You, me, and our opponent.
Oh, dice. Trigger 2 times. Alright.
To the left. En todos los momentos. Más allá del concepto mundano del tiempo.
Mundano na del tiempo.
A truly villainous moment. Nuestro adversario es el tiempo.
Should I just...
En todo más allá del concepto. Listen up.
Tengo en el tiempo.
Filosofía clásica. Nuestro aliado es la verdad. Stars light the way. En todo. Take off. To the right. Idealismo. Vuelos de fantasía. Patrones ocultos. Regaining control of our bodies. By capping el camino a Tlón.
Camino a Tlón.
Listen up. I am the waves in the ocean and the stars in the sky. En la acumulación de laberintos, suéltalo todo una vez más.
When it's so funny to me when stuff like this happens. Straight up just kind of want to back at. Wait, we'll do this first, then and this.
Nuestro adversario es el tiempo. That's a sound for a new era.
Hey, Regulus, beloved. Nope, there we go.
Now, to preserve this memory in our dreams.
Continue.
It seems fate favors you, Mr. Coletta.
What did he get?
Here are your supplies.
Huh? What is she? Does she need it? That is so far? I would assume so. Looks like it. Huh.
Please be sure to follow the distribution rules of the Congress. This is an essential structure of Comala, and a belief shared by all its inmates. Honor it.
Just as I suspected. These supplies belong to me now, Octavia. I'm free to use them however I please.
Why does she have to declare it? Draculeta strides towards Eduardo, who has curled up. Oh, he's trying to help. Put up in a distant corner, clutching his head as his body trembles in the silence.
Here, Eduardo. Take them.
Oh, what's gonna happen? They're gonna get mad. Is he gonna forever bye-bye himself because of this?
But I haven't fulfilled my destiny yet. These precious tablets and capsules, I can't accept them. They are gifts from fate. The die has placed them in your palm.
And you're... Imagine she says, and I'm placing them in your palm. Imagine. Something
I
like
don't
that.
need them.
No.
You do.
Thank you, kind señorita.
He's so gonna forever bye by himself, isn't he? Or someone's going to do it to him. The prisoner's trembling stops. He blankly pinches his arm, as if trying to distinguish reality from dream. Then all at once, he snatches the medication from her hands and shoves it into his mouth. All at once?
Eduardo, what's
Oh
wrong?
no.
Are you taking the medicine right now? There's no need to rush. There's plenty of it. You can have it all.
Ooh.
Por Dios, Eduardo! How could you squander fate's gifts like this? Kind señorita, please, give me the medication. I need it more than anyone else.
Well, you're one to... it's kind of hypocritical.
No, I'm the one who needs the most. Give me the medication. I beg of you.
This would have made more sense to be like a battle sequence.
With the protection of these amulets, I might finally be able to get a peaceful night's sleep. No more trembling floors and wailing ghosts.
Ghosts? Wait. What word is amulets? Amulets? Not tablets? The prisoners shove and struggle. Countless hands reaching toward the hapless writer, trying to snatch the small round pills of salvation.
Enough! Enough!
No, incantation. The blue glow spreads through the room, forcing the prisoners to clutch their heads and fall down to their knees. The riot comes to an abrupt halt.
You shouldn't have done that, Miss Recoleta. Your ignorant generosity could shatter the very basis of our survival.
She steps towards Red Eduardo, now breathing in pain, and picks up a few stray capsules scattered at his feet. Oh, what's that smoke? The pill dissolves into a stream of voided sand, vanishing as it pours through her fingers. Wonderworld.
We have never had such chaos at the Congress. Understand this. We rely only on the randomness of fate to distribute supplies and assign responsibilities. If you disrupt the status quo, the entire system of the Panopticon will collapse beyond repair. It is only by respecting the arbitrariness of fate and adhering to the rules of the Die of Babylon that we have kept this place functioning all this time.
The Die of Babylon? Tell me, how did you know this name? Are you the one orchestrating this whole thing?
Ooh. I don't think she should have said that. She's being too rash. Recoleta, equally confused and furious, grabs the hostess collar. My goodness.
¿Podría ser? ¿Eres Aleph? Tal como sospechaba Verdun?
Let go of me, Miss Recoleta. Have you gone mad?
I don't know why. It's so funny to me whenever someone speaks in a different language other than English, and then when they say someone's name, it's straight up changed in accent. Like the abrupt change of accent is so endearing to me. I don't know. Probably just me.
The role of the die is absolutely random. I'm not orchestrating anything. Before the Congress began, I made an oath. I intend to keep it.
Please, calm down, Miss Recoleta. I think she's telling the truth.
Yeah, Recoleta is being very brash. I don't remember if the word is rash or brash. English has too many words with too many meanings. Was it brash? I don't know. Let's continue. As she lets go of her grip as the reality of their situation dawns on her.
Sorry, Octavia, but
Excuse me.
please, you have to tell me how you learned about the Die of Babylon. I must know. Only my pen pal and I should have any knowledge about this die.
I heard about it from the physician. He described it as a symbol of collective consciousness that we could harness to maintain immaculate order in the Panopticon.
Now that you mentioned it, kind of makes sense though. So, it don't make sense that Aleph is the physician, right? Because Aleph is the only one that would make sense. It will only make sense that Aleph is the only one that knows of Recoleta's knob. Therefore, everything that's happening is because Recoleta is the reason behind all this. I mean, she's the third party that didn't even know, and like she technically isn't even in this plan at all. She was just the inspiration, basically.
The Comala Congress was coined, iterated, and perfected by the physician based on this concept.
The physician again. Everything eventually leads back to him. Just as we suspected. I see.
Recoleta casts her eyes over to the silent Jaguar, who has remained wordless from beginning to end, watching it all unfold.
Jailer, we have to meet with the physician in person. Now.
As I've told you many times, Dr. Merlin is too busy at the moment.
Yeah.
I couldn't possibly trouble him over a novel and a pen pal. They are just fantasies.
Couldn't you make an exception?
I don't think so.
What if they're not just fantasies? What if they're tied to the very survival of this place? Miss Recoleta said the Panopticon could collapse because of the Die of Babylon.
But still, it's just a strangest word. For the jailer, this is just a strangest word. A visitor's word, even. Words from a visitor coming to the Panopticon. Or like the Kamala prison, I guess. It's just too risky to give an exception to anyone. Technically, Recoleta is considered anyone because she's just a stranger. You know?
Are you seriously telling me you believe that nonsense?
Exactly. I would. Honestly though, I wouldn't do. It's just too vague, too random for the jailer to just give in like that. If anything, if she did give in, she would be bad at her job.
It wasn't nonsense, nor are they fantasies. You saw with your own eyes how I won the die roll.
Then you're supposed to win then? By the book?
It was just a coincidence.
The jailer's words are at odds with the subtle motions of her eyes and face. The Foundation's investigators seize on a prime opportunity to apply pressure.
What if we present you with stronger evidence to prove it's more than just a coincidence? If everything in the Panopticon proceeds according to Miss Recoleta's novel as she says, she should be able to predict what happens next, including the roll results of the absolutely random die. That's right. The Die of Babylon isn't random at all. It's nothing but a supercilious fraud veiled under the guise of fate, and an actor of the inescapable loop of history. And
oh, they're gonna fight, are they? But yeah, that's a good point. So, in magical theory, my theory would be that everything is being what do you call it, orchestrated by the physician. Everything is happening. The die of Babylon itself is actually something that's going on. Control. Every number was mediated by the physician himself. All this is an illusion. Everything is an illusion. I mean, not everything, probably. I don't know.
And not one of you is paying attention to me whatsoever. Ugh, to hell with this era of ignoring unknown writers.
That could also be because she's not in the story? I'm not sure yet.
Miss Recoleta, please make your prediction for the next inmate's die roll. This way, you can prove to Miss Jailer the irrefutable connection between Kamala and your novel, The Rise and Fall of Sanity. You finally remembered its name! Oh, what sweet balm to my spirit!
The what? What name? Kamala in your novel, The Rise and... Oh, the name of the novel.
Miss Octavia, please continue the Congress and let the next inmate perform their role. Then Miss Recoleta's statement will be proven true.
The hostess of the Congress remains non-committal.
I appreciate the reminder.
Excuse me.
No matter the interruption, the Comala Congress must go on. Though not for Miss Recoleta's sake, of course.
Yeah.
Next inmate, please.
See what they're going to get. Following the dice designated order, the next prisoner steps forward to roll.
Hello, inmate Garcia.
Garcia?
You know what to do.
Oh, kind of wonder what he's gonna get.
Of course.
Oh.
La sexta cara. Un pilar roto. El flujo de la fortuna y la calamidad.
She's gonna get a 6.
So the result of the next roll will be a 6.
Oh no. It's not good. Her prophetic precision plunges the whole of new encounters into breathless
As
silence.
fate reveals, the number is 6.
Ooh, kinda
Just as
creepy.
Miss Recoleta predicted.
That could still be a coincidence. Do it again.
Ooh, creepy.
La 13ª cara. Una cadencia desconcertante, sin un verdadero principio ni fin. La 4ª cara. Un hombre que se ahogaba usó el último de sus fuerzas para nadar a la seguridad, solo para descubrir que había confundido un espejo con la superficie del agua. La 17ª cara. Cojeaba hacia el distante oasis, solo para que la débil humedad y la inquietante quietud revelaran cruelmente que era un espejismo. La 6ª cara. Otro pilar roto con grietas idénticas a la última. Confirmó la hipótesis de la investigadora de paracausalidad. Este lugar solía ser un edificio circular.
Secret building.
Is that enough? I've almost finished the entire chapter.
It's not possible.
One coincidence after another begins to stir into an uproar. That's not good, Popsy. Shattering minds, the coincidence appear endless.
Who are you?
Can't be a coincidence anymore.
I'm sorry if this comes as a
Sorcerer.
shock to you, but I
Magician.
did warn you, Octavia. Now it's proven. The Die of Babylon is anything but the so-called randomness of fate.
Have you been sent here by some god?
Oh,
Are you a hobby prophet?
that's a hobby about it.
Have you brought this knowledge to save us? Or to shatter our beliefs? Our world?
A question destined never to need an answer. She lets her eyes fall into the cardboard box and onto the 20-sided die. The ridiculousness of its nature becomes starkly visible.
What is this thing in my hand? What are we? What is this prison?
I don't know if it's some kind of sorcery or arcane skill, but it's unfathomable. I'll take you to the physician. Not because of your earlier request, but because the situation has escalated beyond my means. The overseer of the Panopticon will decide how to handle your situation.
That's not good.
To be honest, Miss Recoleta, I wasn't sure you'd be able to correctly predict everything.
Timekeeper, are you saying that you risked everything on a hunch?
It worked, didn't it?
My goodness, Burton.
Come with me. Dr. Merlin's office is in the central tower.
Makes sense. For her part, the now vindicated writer follows at the end of the line, letting her mind
En la
race,
sexta versión de mi novela, todos
race
en el pueblo mueren
like a
a
bullet
causa del
train.
dado de Babilonia. Porque solo la muerte puede cerrar el ciclo de la historia.
Oh, it's kind of creepy. Only by death can you be free.
Y carcelero, eres el empleado del banco, ¿verdad?
Bank clerk.
Entonces, al final, también sufrirás un colapso como el empleado del banco, cuando se da cuenta de que él y el pescador de dunas son la misma persona.
Same person.
If all of this is tied to the rise and fall of sanity, then, as its creator, I will get to the bottom of this.
From a writer to a detective? It's kind of interesting. Not my guy literally telling like a person going to get a mental breakdown in the future that you're going to get a mental breakdown in the future. Wild stuff. No, what's this? This is a cutscene, right? The Weaving of Shadows, Volume 5. This next one. The boundary shatters and an astrologer glimpses an unspeakable truth. Enter the darkness. Another Doris moment. After that, I attended several more literary salons, wrote things I had never dared write before. Miss Octavia, or however, never made an appearance. I didn't see her for quite some time. It was until I followed some prisoners to a large hall and heard her voice among a group of unfamiliar inmates. She noticed me and greeted me warmly. She told me she had been working on some new initiatives. She told me of her hopes to gather more support to improve conditions in the prison and initiate a spiritual shift toward realism and resistance. I truly believed back then that everything was heading in the right direction. Before all eyes, the host of the assembly, the idealists, stepped up to the podium. By the randomness of fate, we have gathered here to participate in the Kamala Congress. Before the eyes of destiny, historians and astrologers alike, I now declare a new rule amendment. A duel before a crowd of eager eyes. The winner awarded 10 pounds of gold, and the loser left with 10 flies to descend upon him. Flies? Oh, like death? Oh my god. My goodness. My god. Before the Kamala Congress convenes, we shall assign 2 members of La Sociedad this noble mission, a duel decreed by fate. Torres hears the clink of a small object rattling inside a box. The dice? Jose Julio, step forward and draw the sharpest blade of your literary thought. According to the rules, I will preside over this duel with fairness and impartiality. Now prepare yourselves. Duel blades. The absurd, fictional, metaphysical duel ends within a fraction of a second. The victorious prisoner receives 10 shining golden pills. While the loser collapses to the floor and forever bye-byes. That's not a good sign. The crowd erupts into chaos, Octavia's cries rising above the noise. No, that's
What's going on?
Octavia. Mr. Julio, he's having another seizure.
Please,
yeah.
Julio needs your help.
Octavia, this is all a part of the randomness of fate. The randomness of fate? She doesn't argue back as she usually would. Instead, she stands frozen in place as if stunned. What's the matter, Miss Octavia? This is an emergency. I require your assistance. Answer me, Octavia. Why are you trying to change Julio's fate? Because no one should die like this. True.
I don't want him to die. Please, Miss Octavia, help me so I can help him.
Sniffing? Her voice cracked, leaving only the sounds of her stifled sobs lingering in the air. What's wrong, Miss Octavia? How's his condition now? Miss Octavia? She remained silent. After a long pause, she cast the heavy stone into the bottomless water. Miss Erd.
Mr. Julio is gone.
Oh.
He left us the moment the duel was over.
Oh. How could that be? Seizures can potentially lead to irreversible brain damage. How could it happen so fast? A precious life, gone so quickly, swept away by something so senseless, lost in the nonsensical duel. What exactly is this so-called Congress? Some kind of punitive system unique to Kamala prison? But how can someone's life be decided by something so absurd? Are we simply meant to surrender to a fate so twisted? No matter how absurd it is so irrefutable. Is it so irrefutable? This isn't the fate I seek. It's a distortion of it. It's my fault for not finding a better way. I used to think Mr. Julio didn't care about anything but his own novels. I never imagined my ideals would mean anything to him. But he was the first person in La Sociedad to support me. That really was an irreversible fate. A fate granted to Mr. Julio by the die of Babylon. Die of Babylon? Her question is left unanswered. So this has been going on for quite a long time. But it's not so long that it was before Recoleta was born or something like that. It's like around the time that she starts mailing, sending messages to to the physician. Her question is still left unanswered. The host of the salon goes on. Julio has stepped off the endless staircase and reached the silent water. He has become as calm water, dissolved into his own pond. Let us offer our blessings, our silence, our farewell to this martyr of faith. I feel like it did mention something about still water before it. Someone did. Probably Recoleta, I'm assuming. I swear there was like a mention of like still water. And let us imagine that Julio's literary career was a happy one. The hall remains deftly silent. No applause, no response.
A life is taken, and that's all you have to say?
You really don't care whether we live or die, do you, idealists? And all of you, don't any of you have anything to say? Why are you all just standing there? If you hadn't kept rejecting the physician's treatment, maybe Mr. Julio wouldn't have. Rejecting? How ridiculous! You have no clue what that DNA human skin is capable of. I will reach into your mind and mold it like clay, reshaping it until it becomes your prison. In the realm of fiction, of fate, and reality, the dissolution of the ego is inevitable and irreversible. Therefore, we must not resist the ending dealt to us by the die of Babylon. Do you even know what you're talking about? I've never truly understood you, idealists. I will find a better way. I must rewrite this tragic tale. If you disagree, then leave La Sociedad. I will not have our great home disrupted by an offbeat syllable. Besides, your tedious talk of social responsibility should have been purged long ago. Modern Latin America belongs to visceral realism. You're too ignorant to even attempt to seek it out.
What a ridiculous, laughable man you are!
Yes, I see it clearly now. It's your tyranny that has driven everyone to ruin. Well, let me tell you something. I'm not leaving. I will establish a new literary movement right here in Comala, right here in La Sociedad de Poetas de las Americas. And we will use our literature to rescue the inmates who suffers all around us.
I've had enough of your condescending stone-hearted ego and your pompous sophistry. He'll only bring misfortune upon us with his constant rambling about that visceral realism.
I hope I never see you again, Miss Earth. I hope I never see you again. Miss Earth, we have to get you out of here. Another second around, this meeting might just doom us all. Just doom us all. What the hell?
Only the physician,
running away.
The true overseer of this prison, can save us from this situation. Please join our society, Miss Torres.
Help us build a renewed Sociedad de Poetas together. I've already spoken with the jailer. As long as we follow the rules and help them manage Comala, we'll be free to discuss literature.
Forgive me, Miss Octavia.
While I truly appreciate your kind offer, I'm afraid my conversation with the physician must remain private.
Why?
Please answer me. Please answer me this question first. From what you've seen, you'd say this prison is circular in shape, yes?
Yes.
It is. Then tell me, at the center of the structure, there a watchtower? What? Impossible. You guessed it correctly. And our destination is somewhere inside that watchtower. How do you know?
I've had such a lovely time here. So much so that I almost forgot what I came for.
Which is Which is precisely why I must put an end to this cruel farce masquerading as fate. Do you intend to rebel against the watchtower's gaze, just like the idealists? You misunderstood me, Miss Octavia.
That inescapable gaze, and the permanent theme of fate.
To get closer to the truth I seek, I've no choice but to meet the administrator that young lady speak of.
You've decided to save the people here with your own hands, in your own way, and so have I. There are things I must face alone.
Though she is well used to death, the pain of Julio's passing still lingers in her heart, causing her to say these words that don't quite feel like herself.
I see. Lend me your palm. I'll draw you the way to his office. Good luck to you. And to all of us.
Farewell, Miss Octavia. I truly hope all goes well for you in the days ahead.
As Octavia retreats, slowly fading into the distance, she quietly adds,
And in your journey, finding answers about fate, too.
Yep. Parallel narratives. There should be something here. What is it? Should be something here. Is it this thing here? Not showing though. That's weird. Not showing up. Anyways. Part 12. Behind the operating curtains. What disrupted this era? What unraveled time? The shadow lurking in the ruins answers madness. Let me check. Hey, how are you? How's it going? Hola, Emelina? Emelina? Hey, doing fine. Playing the game. As you can see. Playing the game. Playing Reverse 1999. I'm doing fine. Doing funky. I'm gonna go to work after the stream. As always. No, never mind. I tried work today. I don't know why I said that. I got so accustomed to saying that I'm going to work after. I mean, I didn't really say it. I didn't really say I'm going to work after stream. But yeah, after I'm gonna get to work after stream. That's about it. Pretty chill, honestly. Not doing much. And by not doing much, I mean I'm just playing the game. Going through the Reverse 99's 2.7 story. It's a new main I can't speak. The new main story update. Yeah, doing the chapters. It's funky episode 9. This is part 12. Playing through it. Oh, give me a second. Just pop up. Let me just delete that. Okay, let's continue. Let's continue. Oh. Can you operating curtain? Doing fine, thank you. The office, the physician. An otherwise tidy room is covered in fine scratches and small unidentifiable stains. The smell of disinfectant lingers in the air. Mixed with mildew. Mildew.
Wait here a moment. I'll report the situation and your request to Dr. Merlin. However, since he's always busy, I can't guarantee he'll agree to meet you. But I'll do my best to persuade him.
The Jaguar's figure slicks out through the inner door.
Now's our chance, Sonetto.
Our chance? What do you mean, Timekeeper?
It's unlikely that the jailer will let us search the central tower, even in this situation.
Yeah.
We should take the initiative and look for clues while she's away.
I see, Timekeeper.
Snooping around,
I will do
honestly.
my best.
Sonetto swiftly conducts a thoroughly unauthorized search.
Thank you for your assistance, Miss Recoleta. Without your precise predictions, we wouldn't be standing here now. I haven't yet grasped the connection between the die, your novel, and what's happening in this place. But, by process of elimination, it's almost certain that your pen pal, Aleph, is right behind this door. Sometimes, I envy your decisiveness, Vertin. I'm sure many people have praised this special talent of yours.
Yeah, many indeed.
Are you alright? You don't seem as excited as when we first entered Kamala.
I mean, I would be too if I knew my novel that I've been writing is being used as like this very weird way of making people's life a living. Pretty sure I can't say the word, so I'm just gonna make a sound effect instead. Recoleta holds her gaze on the tightly shut door, uncertain whether she hopes it will open now or ever again.
The all-seeing sentinel of the Panopticon, veiled within the central tower. If it truly is Aleph, I don't know how to face such a terrifying and increasingly plausible reality.
Sorry to interrupt, but... Timekeeper, I think you'll want to see these.
Document? Mail?
Signed Erd. This is a letter from Dr. Dorez.
They don't seem to be opened. That is, to me at least. The delicate signature matches the one in the manuscript folder. There's no signature though.
Her handwriting. It's as beautiful as I'd imagined. Who is it addressed to? Dear Mr. Aleph. Aleph?
Oh, I'm scared.
Looks like Dorez and Aleph are acquaintances.
Oh.
Or at least, they've had some correspondence. Dear Mr. Aleph, my apologies if this reaches you at an inconvenient time. I am Dorez, pen name Erd, an ordinary inmate of the Panopticon of Kamala. I write seeking your guidance, if you wouldn't mind offering it to me. I heard from the physician, Dr. Merlin, that
you have the answer to every question. A statement which has been echoed by the idealist and the other inmates. I have something I wish to ask you. What exactly is your role at the prison? Chief Warden?
Good point.
Secret backer?
Good question.
An observer who dominates the prison? Are you truly the supreme ruler of the Panopticon of Kamala?
The tear opened the next letter, eager to read on.
Dear Erd.
The answer?
I do indeed have answers for every question, including yours. I'm afraid every one of your speculations is off the mark. I am merely an inmate who chose to imprison himself here.
Huh?
And allow me to point out that your identity isn't as ordinary as you claim. Why is it that you, my fellow inmate and guest of Manus Vindictae, are so interested in Kamala?
Dr. Dorez, a guest of Manus Vindictae.
Oh, something shattered. The muffled shattering of glass interrupts their reading. What
It came
shattered?
from inside the room.
What?
Do you think they're okay?
The jailer and the physician. What happened?
They fighting? The door defies any attempt to an answer,
I'm not
stealing
sure,
all,
but it could be bad.
seeing all
Come
the
on.
events from view.
Let's go in and see if they're all right.
It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Hate it when I can't read it on my own base. Central Tower surgical theater. Surgical theater. The unlocked door leads to another room more decrepit and oppressive than glass. A cold operating table lies in the center, surrounded by scattered bottles and medical
It
instruments.
seems we've stumbled upon the physician's.
Surgical theater. Surgical theater is such a jarring, straight up weird concept. Like, I understand it's like one of those, you know, when you see doctors performing the surgery and then like the interns are like looking at how it's done. I understand that, but the theater kind of spooky.
The physician's office. I should have known. But is this an operating room?
Seems like it.
As if this prison wasn't bizarre enough already.
Inside the narrow operating room, the Jaguar reacts badly to their intrusion.
Didn't I tell you to wait outside? What do you think you're doing barging in like this?
We were just worried about your safety, jailer.
Enough. Get out of...
Quiet.
Oh. Oh no. Fight? Question mark? Nope, never mind.
The
Cutscene.
reptilian complex governs all our fundamental functions.
Huh?
Our heartbeat, breathing, fight or flight responses, and our territory and hierarchy awareness. Our primitive ancestors, like reptiles and birds, followed such instincts to survive. Through millions of years of evolution, we developed the limbic system.
Limbic.
This processes emotions and forms memories. It allows us to feel fear, sadness, anger, joy. Our behaviors are given meaning. Now it's the neocortex that makes up more than 2/3 of our total brain volume.
Huh.
Language, perception, logical reasoning, abstract thought. This is what forms the complexity of human nature. We read, create, perceive. We try to understand both the world and ourselves. We are forever setting goals, one after another. And all this, these multitudes, happens within the confines of the skull, in the tight folds of the crowded cerebral cortex.
Is he performing surgery?
Such a delicate and elaborate organ.
But
were it unable to forget, what would come of it? Can this space, no larger than the palm of my hand, truly accommodate dozens of people at once?
huh? The heart? I mean, metaphorically, it could hold hundreds of people. Someone's heart. At last, the physician sets down his operating scissors and needle, signaling the end of the surgery, yet at the same time, the old machine issues an alarm, signaling that his patient's vital signs are wavering. Oh.
What's happened to the patient?
That's
It
not good.
looks like he's dying.
Her anxiety rises as the question goes unanswered on the screen. The last waveforms disappear, leaving only a constant flat tone. Oh, they're gone.
Nonsense. The surgery was a tremendous success.
Oh, why?
I have erased his debilitating hysteria and
What?
restored order to the panopticon.
Oh, is this one of those situations that they did, but in the process they were gone? So technically you did, but technically you didn't. You did solve the problem, but you didn't do it enough, I guess. I guess that's how you would say it.
What are you trying to achieve by barging in here?
The man behind the operating table stares at the uninvited guests expectantly, but does not give them a chance to respond.
Forget it. The next operation requires my attention. Jailer, show them out. Bring me the next patient in 15 minutes.
I'm sorry, Miss Vertin. I'm afraid you have to leave now.
Chocolata steps forward, blocking their path. There is a hint of pleading in her voice.
Please, just let us speak with you. It'll only take a moment. I have something very important I need to ask.
Oh, it's gonna be bad. Her question is not given. It's not given time to take shape.
Important. Nothing is of greater importance than my experiments in the Panopticon, outsiders. To ensure they continue, the stability of time and schedule is absolutely paramount.
Experiments in the Panopticon? So you really are the controller of the prison, then?
Controller? What an outdated notion. Superficial, really. The Panopticon has no need for such power, regardless of who occupies the central tower, or even if no one's there at all. Every inmate is both the observer and the observed, both wielders and subjects of power. Achieving such a state requires no physical or violent measures. The structure of the Panopticon itself is the mechanism which sustains it. Kamala is simply a manifestation of this model. Once I confirm its feasibility and adaptability, this model can be applied to any functional setting with only minor modifications. So far, it has proven to be far superior to any current system of governance in our world. Transcendental, even. Curse it. Why am I wasting time explaining this to you? Time is running out.
Why am I... No, never mind.
Curse it. Why am I wasting time explaining this to you? Time is running out.
The investigator keenly senses the key within his words. Let me check. Nope. Alright, continue.
Dr. Marlin, you keep mentioning time. What exactly do you mean by that?
Really? You need to ask? Even those oily-headed lunatics know it. The end of this era is imminent, is it not?
Indeed, the word that was so close to being spoken.
You know about the storm?
That's what you call it, is it? A storm that washes everything away? You employees of the St. Pavlov Foundation should know better than I. Soon, this era and everything in it will cease to exist. I must prove the feasibility of the Panopticon model before this place is turned to ruins, or something even more unrecognizable.
A storm that washes everything away? Vertin, what on earth are you two talking about?
The conversation extends beyond even the most imaginative creations of this aspiring writer.
No one can predict the era to which we will be reversed. I have seen the eras change time and time again. The transformation of this place, over and over.
とbe fair, that's kind of interesting. That they kind of know what's happening with the storm and all. It's in the origin. Can you join this face right now?
But no matter which era each of these 9 storms, as you call them, has taken us back to, Cordeismo continues to plague this land.
9 storms. I don't know, man.
dependency theorists, martyred revolutionists. I've seen them all. You, young writer, are no different from those intellectuals who were swept away in the rain. There is no romance in this era. Only the repeated cycles of madness and brutality. An endless, meaningless struggle. Only in this forgotten corner can we momentarily escape the plundering of the marauders and the chaos they unleash. There is no romance in this era. Only the repeated cycles of madness and brutality. An endless, meaningless struggle.
Oh, actually found it. Give me a sec, actually. There's no romance in this era, only cycles of madness, brutality, and its struggle. Only in this forgotten corner can we escape the plundering of the marauders and the chaos.
Although it won't be long before this place is looted by those oily-headed lunatics, just as it has countless times before on this land as rich as silver. Gotta be honestly, pretty crazy, pretty cool. But just as it has countless times you throw on the land or as river as assures yourself. He mutters to himself. But there is still hope. Even in a wasteland, we may still be saved, as long as I uncover the path to transcendentality. I will find the ultimate answer. Ugh, I've already wasted far too much time on you. Leave, now.
The physician turns away, beginning preparations for the next surgery, organizing his worn-out instruments.
You heard him. Please don't press things any further.
I think this might be...
All right, Senora. I get it. Obviously, you don't want to discuss my novel with me anymore. So I won't insist upon it.
I'm going to take a rest after this. After this, after this chapter. No, after this part. I don't know. It's not even a work, but I feel tired somewhere. And it's just getting morning. I don't know. What a life.
All the letters we wrote to one another. All those inspiring revisions and suggestions. I guess they meant nothing to you.
Her voice wavers, rejections, closed doors, harsh critiques. This proves more devastating than all of them before.
But there's still something I must tell you. Jailer, could you please allow us a private conversation with with Aleph?
Hearing this, the physician stops.
Leave us, Jailer. I'll spare these outsiders 5 minutes.
The jackal turns to head to leave, her face revealing an uncharacteristic sorrow as she lingers on the girls one last time. This time she offers no words. Just leaves. I'm gonna take a rest. Probably just work draining me. I don't know why suddenly I just get so tired out of nowhere. You know what? Yeah, sure. I'm gonna read this and then get some rest for the day. Probably cook something. Yeah, I'm gonna cook. When he pulls out the ice pick, don't be afraid. Panic is proof that you're still lucid. For now, read the clipping. A clipping. In 1935, a Professor Antonio from Portugal became intrigued by a medical study documenting how gorillas become docile after removal of their frontal lobes. Despite this, successfully they perform lobotomy on gorillas. Is this real? I'm gonna need to read it. If I even remember. I have to read that. Inspired by this, he successfully performed the world's first human frontal lobotomy, known as leucotomy. This surgery was remarkably successful, paving the way for significant breakthroughs in research. In 1949, Professor Antonio was awarded the Nobel Prize in Medicine for his work. Through continuous practice and refinement, he and others eventually perfected the procedure. Even developing a specialized leucotome. However, the surgical technique requires a high level of expertise. As a result, it was never widely adopted. In 1945, 2 years ago, 10 years later, American doctor Walter Freeman, modified the procedure, which became infamously known as the ice pick lobotomy. The technique involved rendering patients unconscious with the electrode or anesthesia, and then hammering a steel pick, roughly the thickness of a chopstick, through the upper part of the eye socket into the brain. The pick was then manually rotated to the front. What in the world? It's like ending a baby or like a fetus, but it's your brain. If you know, you know. In 1950, following strong recommendations from psychiatric pathologist Vasily Gayanovsky, the Soviet government became the first to announce a complete ban on frontal lobotomies. Over the next few decades, most countries, including the United States, followed suit and passed laws prohibiting the procedure. Nice. Okay, guys. That's about it for today. I'm gonna consume that. 9500. It's pretty good. It's pretty chill, consume all of this. Wait. La sociedad. Thank goodness we finally gotten past the cowboy and the coaching bit. Now quick, come with me. Our grand adventure carries on. 4880, 4886. I'm gonna focus on money. Should be it. Then that's fine. Anyways, that should be it for the stream. To end soon, sooner than I would usually do it. But I don't know, probably just I don't know why. I just get this funky feeling today out of sudden. I feel like it's better if I log off. Get some rest before I go. I don't have work today. I keep on thinking I have work today. What in the world? But thank you very much for joining the stream today. I really enjoyed it. Really enjoyed the story. I hope you guys also enjoyed the story too. Really hope so. Really hope so. I should really start doing proper stuff, schedules, and finish stuff. As in like stuff, like proper stuff I'm gonna do. As in like art stuff. I think mostly art stuff for like my streams and stuff. And I do it myself, so it's gonna take more time because of work and stuff. Even on weekends, I get very tired. Just, I mean, technically, I get tired for a reason because we're working all week. Then I just need to rest properly sometimes. And it's only been 2 days after the big project that I had at work finally finished, and now I finally can get my legs I guess my brain to just pause for a moment, like to just think for myself, not about a project, just do whatever I want. This guy's streaming, which I'm so happy to do. I don't know, that didn't matter to me what's the result of it. I don't know why. I just really like streaming. Really enjoy being someone else's company, even if it's like a digital wise. Really enjoy that, honestly. I've been really enjoying streaming ever since I started. This month? What was it? No, it was last month. If I'm not mistaken. I don't know, last month, something like that. Really enjoyed it. And I appreciate you guys for joining me today. Really appreciate it. Thank you, chat. Thank you, chat, very much. And I think that's about it. That'll be it. Thank you again for joining me, and I will see you guys in the next stream or my next post, I guess. Thank you again. That'll be it. Raskor signing off. See you in the future, I guess. Bye.